So what is small talk? Well, if you're not sure, don't worry, because I'm going to teach you all about it in this lecture. So sit back, get ready to take some notes, and let's learn some business English. If you haven't done so already, print the PDF of the lecture worksheet now. In this lecture, we're going to talk about making small talk before a meeting or at a trade show. So what is small talk? We use the term small talk to describe the things we talk about before we start discussing business. So let's look at some of the topics that we talk about. Take a look at the first language focus on your worksheets. Language focus. The weather is always the most popular and easiest topic to talk about. So let's look at some phrases for this. The weather is beautiful today, isn't it? Does it usually get this cold or hot here? How is the weather where you're from? I really don't like hot weather very much. I prefer cool weather. Another popular topic is cinema and TV. Everyone around the world watches movies and television. And even if you're talking to someone from a different country, you may watch some of the same shows. So let's look at some ways to discuss this topic. Have you seen the latest Tom Cruise movie? Are there any good movies playing now? What is your favorite TV show? Can you recommend a good movie or TV show? Other popular topics include current events. Basically, these are the news stories that you see on TV. So let's look at some phrases we can use for these topics. Did you see the news today? What do you think about the new bridge they have planned? Did you hear about the new football stadium? Have you tried to get a taxi with Uber here? Another popular topic are free time activities. These are the things you like to do when you're not working. These can include things like sports, hobbies, and traveling. Let's look at some phrases for these. So, what do you like to do in your free time? So, do you like sports? Have you ever done anything crazy like skydiving or bungee jumping? Could you recommend some fun things to do here in Dubai? Now, one thing almost everybody likes talking about is their family, especially if they have children. So this is always a great topic to use when you're making small talk. Do you have any children? How long have you been married? What does your wife or husband do? Now, we've gone over some great topics that you can use when you're making small talk, but there are also some topics that you should not talk about. Let's take a look at some of those now. Take a look at the next language focus. Language focus. Now let's take a look at some topics that you should not talk about. So the first topic is politics. This is definitely something you shouldn't talk about. We all have different ideas about politics, so it's best to talk about that with your family or close friends, but not with people at work or people at a trade show. The next topic is religion, and just like politics, it's best not to discuss this. Again, Keep your personal ideas about religion to yourself. And here's our next bad topic, your personal financial details. Now you should understand that nobody wants to hear about the bonus you just got or how much money you're making. While it may be okay to talk about this in some cultures, in most Western cultures, it's definitely not okay. And finally, the personal financial details of other people. The only thing worse than talking about how much money you make is asking someone how much money they make. This includes asking about things like their salary, bonus, or how much they pay for things like their home or car. Now let's say you start a conversation about a good topic. What do you do next? Let's look at some strategies for keeping a conversation going. When someone asks you a question, don't just give a short answer. Give extra information. How long have you been working here? About 2 years. Before that, I was working for the competition. What about you? How long have you been working with your company? If someone offers extra information when answering your question, ask a follow-up question. This is a great restaurant. Have you been here before? Oh yes, I was here last week actually. Oh really? Was that for business or pleasure? If the conversation dies, you can start a new topic by referring to something that was said earlier. So I heard you say you've been to this hotel before. How many times have you been to Dubai? Okay guys, before we do our practice exercises, let's look at another special feature of our courses. Everyone likes learning about business idioms, so we include some of the best ones in our lectures. Take a look at the business idiom on your worksheets. The business idiom, talk shop, means to talk about your work or job. Take a look at this example. My wife doesn't like me to talk shop when I get home from work. Okay guys, now let's do some exercises to make sure you remember what you've learned. Take a look at exercise 1 on your worksheets. Exercise 1. Practice. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences used for small talk. Pause the lecture and do the exercise on your worksheet. Okay, let's check your answers and see how you guys did. 1. What do you think of the weather today? 2. Do you like action movies? 3. What is your favorite TV show? 4. Do you think the economy will get better this year? 5. Do you have any kids? All right, let's do one more exercise and then we'll finish this lecture. Exercise 2. Practice. Use words from the box to complete the sentences. Restaurant, usually, ever, clothes, working, wife, weather, lately, kids, politics. Pause the lecture and do the exercise on your worksheet. Okay, let's see how you guys did on this exercise. 1. Have you seen any good movies lately? 2. So what's the weather like where you're from? 3. Have you ever been to New York before? 4. Is it usually this hot here? 5. Are there any fun things to do that are close to the hotel? 6. I have 2 kids. One is 11 and the other is 13. 7. How long have you been working for your company? 8. There's a great restaurant on the roof of the hotel. The view is amazing. 9. I really try not to talk about politics. 10. What does your wife do for a living? Great job, guys. You've almost finished the course. I have just one more fun exercise for you. Take a look at the crossword puzzle on your worksheet and let's see how much you remember from the course. The answer sheet is on the next page, so go ahead and give it a try. Exercise 3. Check your knowledge. Now that you're at the end of the course, use the crossword puzzle to test what you've learned. Once you finish the puzzle, check your answers on the last page of your worksheets. Pause the lecture and do the exercise on your worksheet. Congratulations, guys. You just finished the course. If you like this course, please take a look at the bonus lecture that's coming up next for some information about other courses that I have on Udemy. So until then, keep learning and I'll see you soon.